Hey, boys and girls, I wanted to show you something with multiplication real fast, just in case you've never been told this or nobody has ever showed this to you. So usually when we multiply, the big thing to do or the easier thing to do is to put the number with the smallest digits on the bottom. So for example, this on this particular problem, 56 only has 2 digits where 800 has 3. So normally we would set this up like this. And this is what Buzz is going to kind of show you how to do today. However, whenever we have a number in one of our factors that we're multiplying by ends in zeros or has zeros at the end, there is a bit of a shortcut. So for example, 800 has 2 zeros. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply it a little bit different. So instead of putting 800 on top, I'm going to put the 56 on top, and then I'm going to multiply it by 800. But watch what I do with the 800. Do you see how I put the first place value that actually has a non-zero number at the end, and then I put the zeros beside it after the number? Well, here's why I do this. What we can do is we can actually bring down the zeros. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to bring down my 2 zeros. So I'm just going to bring this 0 down and then this 0 down. Now, all I have left to do is I'm going to do 8 times 6, and then I'm going to do 8 times 5. So what is 8 times 6? Well, 8 times 6 is 48. But when I put my 48 in, I only have a spot for the 8. That's the only place value digit spot that I have. So I'm going to put my 8 here, and then I'm going to regroup my 4 above the 5. Why above the 5? Well, I already multiplied by the 6. It's finished. So now I have to move over to the thousands column and do the 5. So now I'm ready to multiply again. I'm going to take my 8 times my 5. Well, what is 8 times 5? Well, 8 times 5 is 40. So 8 times 5 is 40, but I have to add the 4 that, I have to add the 4 that I regrouped. So I have to add 4 to that, which will make it 44. And since I don't have another number to regroup to, I just write down my 44. So my answer is 44,800. So let's do another one of these. Again, this time we have 4,000 times 786. What Buzz shows you is you can put the 4,000 on top and then take it times 786, and you've got a pretty long problem. But again, what I'm seeing is one of my numbers has a bunch of zeros at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 786, and then I'm going to take it times 4,000. I'm going to put my 4 underneath the 6, which is the last number in the top factor. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because now I can just bring down those 3 zeros and be finished with them. So I'm going to bring down each one of these zeros. So I'm going to go 0, 0, 0. And now I'm ready to do my 4 times 6, my 4 times 8, and my 4 times 7. So my first one is 6 times 4, which is 24. Again, I can only put my 4 in right now. So I'm going to put my 4, and I'm going to regroup my 2. So then I have to do 8 times 4. Well, 8 times 4 is 32, but I have my 2 that I regrouped, so I have to add 2 to it. What's 32 plus 2? It's 34, but I can only put in my digit of 4. I only have one spot for it, so I'm going to put my 4 of my 34 underneath the 8, and then I'm going to bring my 3 up top. So my last number, this is it. So when I'm done with this one, I'm finished. I'm going to do 7 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28. However, I have 3 that I regrouped that I have to add to it. So what is 28 plus 3? It's 31. And since this is my last number, I don't have to regroup it. I just put in the 31. So my answer is 3,144,000. This is my entire answer. Anyway, that's just a shortcut when you have one of your factors ending in 0. It doesn't matter. The commutative property of multiplication said I could do 786 times 4,000, or I can do